Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Tex Murphy Overseer. Well, last time, you'll remember, we broke into Big Jim Slade's hotel room and were able to run off with his hit list and his drop point instructions, and that wound up leading us into the Law and Order Party headquarters, which we've managed to sneak into and overpower the guard through cunning and guile. So now we have the run of the building, and we're in a men's room, which is more of a men's locker room than anything.
So this is where the water comes out. Clever.
And yeah, they even animate in a dripping effect.
I guess Law and Order doesn't have any use for mirrors, seeing as how they're a bunch of vampires anyway. Sink seems pretty standard.
And there's nothing underneath it.
I think I can dispense with these things.
So yeah, shower room rules. Number 1, no running. Number 2, no wet towel snapping. 3, no co-ed showers. 4, do not block drains with underpants.
If more people would just use common sense, signs like this wouldn't even be necessary. I better quit stalling and get back to work.
Badum-tsh.
They didn't spare any expense in this bathroom. Even the graffiti is top of the line. Well, I doubt this towel's been sanitized for my protection. Now, this telephone's perfect for the man who's just gotta go.
Okay, thankfully it looks like we can only open the lockers that are of interest to us.
I'll need to find a little something before I can open this.
Okay, so we need to be on the lookout for a key. What says we picked up coded orders.
Another coded message. I've seen this type before. I need to find a reference document and count the letters in it. Unfortunately, I have no idea which document to use, though I'm guessing it's something related to the Law and Order Party.
Okay. Then we have the Law and Order Party credo. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right, capitalized R, of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to effect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. That is very unwieldily worded. I don't think unwieldily is a real word, but damn, reading that got to my head. Anyway, and a pamphlet. Let's see, meet the candidate. My name is Robert Knott, and I am the Law and Order Party's candidate for governor of the state of California. For those of you who would ask, why should Robert Knott receive my vote, I would ask you a question or two. Do you think our streets are safe? No. Is the current administration doing everything it can to clean up our city, streamline the justice system, and impose stiff punishments to anybody who breaks the law? Nah. Are you fed up with having so much of your hard-earned dollars going to support illegal aliens, welfare recipients, and convicts? Meh. Are you worried about the kind of future your children will grow up in? Well, I'm not planning on having kids, so not really. If you answered yes to any of these questions, then I have a message for you. The Law and Order Party's goal is to take back our country. You and I have long and hard work to achieve the American dream, only to be slapped in the face by our own government. Almost a third of our legal citizens are burdened with a lower standard of living than the average federal prisoner. 25% of the workforce is insulted by a welfare system run amok, which provides a higher income for doing absolutely nothing. Illegal aliens receive medical and educational benefits that they don't pay a cent for. You do. A vote for me is a vote for law and order. It's time to lay down the law and take back our country. Sincerely, Robert Knott, Law and Order Party candidate for governor. And then the other side of that, the Law and Order Party headquarters, located at 50 Skyline Boulevard in downtown New San Francisco, is a hub of activities for the political party of the future. The reception hall, shown below, hosts dozens of events each month, from fundraising dinners to Boy Scout award ceremonies. The public is welcome Monday through Friday, 9 through 5 for 3 tours and presentations. Come see the fascist party of the future. No, but seriously, I swear half of that dialogue there has been in a Donald Trump speech or two. Of course, by the time this airs, the election will be settled once and for all, so, welcome to glorious paradise of the free peoples of the internet, comrade. Yeah.
A locked emergency exit. I don't think I need to get in that door. I've seen used tablecloths with more artistic value. Lots of tables around here. It's like a showroom. Oh, and I forgot to ask him whether he wanted 1 lump or 2 with his coffee.
A whole lot of lumps.
Oh, I don't think our friend here needs his keys for a while. At least until he's done with his nap. These double doors lead into a large room. This door's locked. This door's locked.
Okay, we can't go into that lovely reception area.
I have to admit, I can make a mean cup of coffee. Well, someone around here is a heavy coffee drinker, and I'm betting it's our night watchman. Probably has to keep sipping it all night to stay awake. Rebus Unitas. Didn't he play for the Colts?
No, that was Johnny Unitas, I think.
There must be hidden cameras in all the rooms. This could be a problem with a conscious security guard hanging around. Hidden cameras in all the rooms. This could be a problem with a conscious security guard hanging around.
And we can't look at the art or the plants.
Poppies will make them sleep.
Well, that was random.
No chance of getting in here. Probably even nicer than the men's room, but good form prevents me from checking.
And something on the end there.
Oh, it's the ID badge I handed to the guard. You look at this painting upside down, it'll make your nose bleed. Lots of tables around here. It's like a show. Lots of tables around here. Now there's probably nothing in there I need.
Hello?
One of these offices has to be Robert Knott's. I don't need to bother with the others.
Well, I'll bet it's the one that has his name on it. And the one that we've been told, or has not said, yeah, I don't need to go in here, don't need to go in here. I don't suppose we're lucky enough for it to be unlocked.
This door's locked.
Of course it is. Luckily,
a Law and Order ID badge. This was probably left here to give Slade access into party headquarters.
Whoop.
A Law and Order ID badge. A Law and Order ID badge. This was probably left here to give Slade access into party headquarters. Though I'm guessing it might work for me just as well.
Well, it did. Anyway. Alright.
As soon as I entered Robert Knott's office, I heard the familiar beeping sound coming from a panel on the wall by the door. It was an alarm countdown. Even with the night watchman knocked out, I figured setting off an alarm would not be good.
And yeah, I think I forgot to go pick up what I need to know the password for this, but luckily, I think it will work regardless. And I think I'm misspelling the word on top of everything else. Let's see, how do you spell Piran? Is that P-I-R-N-A-A-H? Or is it... Ah. Okay. Yeah, I remember the password to shut it off was Piranha. Darn if I can remember how I remember that, though.
Oh, and I forgot to ask him whether he wanted 1 lump or 2 with his coffee. Now, this telephone's perfect for the man who's just got to go.
Yeah, I think there was something in here I was supposed to pick up that had the password on it.
I'll need to find a little something before I can open this. Oh, and I forgot to ask him whether he wanted 1 lump or 2 with his coffee.
Okay, well, never mind the sequence breakage.
I haven't seen a coat rack like this since the 2nd grade. Displays like this can be double-edged swords.
Badumch.
Oh, I'm sure he's read all these books. Oh, I'm sure he's read all these books. Well, I wonder what kind of birdie this is. A finch, maybe. If I ever find Mr. Knott, I'm gonna make a point of asking him about his little fixation. I'm sure he's read all these books. Any photo kept in a safe has to be worth looking at. Sylvia, with Frank shimming. Something tells me my client knows a lot more about what's going on than she says she does.
Well, we were told that she worked as an escort for a bit, although this does beg the question about why Robert Knott would have a picture of Frank shimming with, you know, a lady of negotiable affection.
Oh, I'm sure he's read all these books. I'm sure he's read all these books. Well, Mr. Knott seems to have a long, pointy thing fetish. This lizard painting seems inconsistent with Knott's interior decorating motif. Maybe it's his favorite thing to skewer.
And
Something tells me I should crack this thing. Maybe there's a clue to the combination somewhere around here. Oh, I'm sure he's read all these books. Doesn't look like Knott has much use for his computer. It's not even plugged in. These look like they just might open.
well, they just might, but darn if there's anything useful in them.
Looks like Mr. Knott pulled somebody's file. Someday, I'll have a quality vid phone like this one. Post it. I should see what Mr. Knott was reminding himself to do.
Okay, so let's see.
Looks like Robert Knott was doing some checking up on John Klaus. Interesting.
Let's see. Dear Robert, enclosed is a copy of Capricorn's file on John Klaus. The background information is very straightforward. His scholastic history and medical training are impressive. He is well connected. He has no criminal record, no real dirt of any kind. I don't doubt your suspicion that he's worked his way into the upper levels of the law and order, but he's been careful not to leave a trail behind. I have some ins to law and order, and I'll see what I can dig up on Klaus. Take care of yourself, Wanda. So apparently, Robert Knott is working for Capricorn, investigating John Klaus. So yeah, he did a really good job of infiltrating this organization.
Someday, I'll have a quality like this one.
Pardon me again.
Oh, I'm sure he's read all these books.
Okay, and the other note we found, mystery address.
I wonder what's at this address. Maybe it's where Robert Knott's hiding out.
8.
Yeah, and maybe I'm the Queen of England. But I guess I'd be stupid not to check it out.
Yeah, 8280 Bascom Los Gatos. Okay, well, let's start sorting through our inventory a little bit. We've got the lawn. Oh, yeah, this is what I was supposed to do before we came into this room. Take the Law and Order Credo and combine that with the Coded Orders. This is how I got ahead of myself. Okay, so we've got the Law and Order Credo here, and we're supposed to go through and match the letters. So the first one is, yeah, that. So we'll get that one in there and type in the T. Unfortunately, it does not automatically change all of the numbers to match that, so we'll have to go in and add all the T's manually. So there's that. Second letter is H, so we can go ahead and put that one in there. And there's no over 2's. Let's see, third letter is A, so A. I cannot type today. Okay, so we got that. Let's see, fifth letter is W. This is what I get for filming my Let's Play in a dark room. Okay, then 7 is E. Which, fun little cipher trick. If you're ever uncertain about where to start with decoding something, your first safe bet is to find the most commonly repeated symbol and use E for that, since E is the most commonly used letter in the English language. Doesn't always work, but it's a good place to start. Let's see, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is H. So we got a repeat letter there. And let's see, there's 3, so that's A again there. And you can kind of guess what some of these words are once you get enough letters in them. So let's see, 12, that would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. R. Nah. And then that would be target. So you can see if there's any more 12s in there. So there's an R there, which, based on that, 19, I think that's M, which would make that Mr. Dade, Mr. Slade. So that gives us a few more to transpose. So let's see, 38. Got 2 more S's in there. And I don't think there's any over 38s in there. 39, got a D right there. And yeah, 221, we're not cutting through all because, you know, you can see that T at the end. Not. And it looks like there is a, yeah, that looks like password. Oh yeah, I missed that 12 there at the end. So a password, so 78 is P. And then 12 is R. 47, that one we may have to cut through all the way, except I'm guessing that 38 is S. Yeah, 38 is S. We have that one from before. So I'm guessing 47 might be his. And yeah, this is where we get piranha from. So yeah, Mr. Slade, priority, prior to. Okay, his password, piranha. Okay, so Mr. Slade, priority target. Let's see, we did 12 already. That's R. Oh, Robert. Robert, not his. 17, 16. Yeah, okay. 17 is O. Yeah, his office password. Okay.
Well, I guess Robert Knott isn't behind the hit list. He's on top of it. Slade's not gonna get this message, but that'll only be temporary. If I can find Knott and warn him off, maybe he'll tell me what's going on here.
Okay, so Mr. Slade, priority target, Robert Knott, his office password, Piranha. Yeah, I totally broke the game. Well, hasn't crashed yet by typing Piranha in before finding that. Well, I wound up jinxing myself because the minute I said, well, I haven't crashed the game, well, it ran for about 5 minutes before it crashed, so I had to go back to a previous restore. But, yeah, anyway, we're back in the office, and our next objective is opening that safe. Now, I came back to this point because this one puzzle, it's not the most annoying in the Tex Murphy series by a stretch, but it is indicative of the type of thing that can get you stuck, you know. Because you'll note, if we look at every bit of furniture in here...
Wow, these must be from the Billy Barty collection.
Billy Barty being a famous, many years ago, actor of short stature. He's probably most famous, to my generation at least, for playing the wizard in Masters of the Universe, whose name escapes me at the moment. But anyway, we can move all these chairs. Well, we don't have to move them, because what we need to do, or we can move them to make that key a bit more obvious. And the key is 17. You remember that one locker we couldn't open earlier? So we'll go back to the men's room.
I'll need to find a little something before I can open this.
That's apparently the boss's locker.
This doesn't look like any name I've seen in a Rolodex. Maybe it's a code. I guess I should play with it a bit.
Okay, well, this one's pretty obvious. RK office, that obviously means Robert Knott's office. Inaho Pletet Liem is my telephone backwards. So we've got 366-473-53896. We obviously need to take... Now the tricky part about this is that you think we need to put those numbers in backwards. And... well, no, you actually type them in completely straight. So we're going to go back to the office. Marvel once again how efficient those roofies are. And we have to make use of the phone and type in. So let's see, I wrote this down. It's 366-473-53896. Okay, actually, maybe we do need to type that in backwards. So 698-357-4-663. And it says, again backwards, Simna Snipo, open sesame. So we have to type in the numerical equivalent, spelling it out on the keypad, which would be 673 673 7263. Correct sequence entered. Use for safe combination. So I'm going to do that 673 673 7263 again. I'll go ahead and use the safe. So we'll try that again. It's 673 673 7263. Okay. Yeah, we got the nice triumphant music right at that moment. It looks like...
A CD. And I'm guessing it's not the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. This lizard painting seems inconsistent with Knott's interior decorating motif. Maybe it's his favorite thing to skewer.
Okay, well, actually...
Whatever's on this disc can't be good for the Law and Order party. Maybe this explains why Robert Knott's on the chopping block.
Yep, for Wanda
That Wanda
Peck.
would do just about anything for this little tortilla.
Well, fun to speculate about that, but ungentlemanly at the very least. But that does give us a little bit of a bargaining chip with her. And weirdly enough, we can't put this back, but I guess at this point they're already going to know, hey, the place has been burglarized. And we will need the badge in order to get out the front door, because you'll note we can't travel yet, and this door is sealed.
Locked. I'll need the Law and Order ID badge in order to open this door.
Okay, so back to the office first. Just so we can consider our options and check for messages, which there aren't any.
My fax machine's brand new. Now if I could just get a fax from someone other than my mom.
And I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little paranoia save here. Okay, so we now have that mystery address. But before we head there, I think we're going to go ahead and go talk to Wanda Peck again.
I tried to call Wanda Peck but couldn't reach her. But I had that mystery address from Knott's office, so I decided to check it out and try Wanda later.
Okay, they are not going to let us go and turn in the incriminating evidence first. So I guess we are going to have to go ahead and check out the mystery address.
That mystery address turned out to be a seedy-looking tavern on the waterfront. It had a condemned sign plastered across the front door.
Well, you should have felt right at home.
Oh, that's funny. But what happened next wasn't. Despite a clear warning from my spider sense, I walked around back and found an open door.
I'm Robert Stack. Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries. Scully? Scully?
Finally regained consciousness, it felt like I'd been trying to drink my own body weight in cheap gin.
It sounds terrible. Yeah. Oh, band over two.
Thank you. May I check your coat?
You know, I think I'll keep it, thank you.
Okay.
Is it less than $3? Oh, that's all right. That wasn't the worst of it, though. I had this ripping pain inside my head. I mean, I was munching ibuprofen tablets like they were Reese's Pieces. That didn't stop the blinding light I was getting behind my eyes or the pain I had in my head.
Did you see a doctor?
No, just the light flashes, actually.
Come, I'll take you to your seats.
Oh, thank you.
Here are your seats. We'll have to prepare another table for you since you were late this evening. Can I get you a drink?
I don't think so. Why don't we just wait?
Certainly.
Oh, this must be the penalty box.
So, finish telling me about Linsky.
Okay. Well, the thought occurred to me that Carl Linsky might have gone through the same thing I was going through. I mean, you remember I told you he had that little scar on the back of his neck? Well, it wasn't so hard for me to envision jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge just to get away from the pain.
What had they done to you?
Well, I had no idea other than I got beat up really good. I didn't realize at the time the clock was ticking and that I had less than 48 hours to live.
What did you do?
Well, I was only halfway up a long series of steps. The next one was to find Robert Knott because he and I were on the same sinking ship together. Like my skull was full of razor blades, I found a pay vid phone and tried Wanda Peck again. This time she answered. I told her I had something she'd want to see, so she agreed to meet me at the Capricorn building.
And now we can go talk to her.
It was so important that you wanted to meet me after hours.
Well,
I've got something that might interest even you.
I'm listening.
excuse me while I whip this out.
It's from Robert Knott's office.
How'd you get that?
Off the record, I stole it. Robert Knott's fallen out of favor with the Law and Order Party. And for all I know, he could be dead. But if he's alive, I want to know where he is.
Well, off the record, I know Robert personally. I like him. I don't know where he is, but I can give you the best guess I have. He owns a cabin up north, which no one knows about. Well, almost no one. I'll give you directions. Wait here.
Wanda gave me the direction to Robert Knott's cabin. I wanted to leave right away, but I was too beat. Went back to the office and I slept for a while.
Where was the cabin?
It was up north, way out in the woods. In fact, I didn't even find it till after dark.
Well, was he there?
No, but I could tell someone had been there recently. I got inside and started looking around for something that might tell me where Knott was hiding out. I figured if I warned him about Slade, he might tell me what the hell was going on with Law and Order.
Okay, Robert Knott's cabin. Looks like a killing moon.
Lights were on inside the cabin. I knocked on the door, but there was no answer, so I let myself in.
And this rustic cabin is where we shall pick up the adventure next time. We'll see you then.